Hello everyone, Mila here, and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal Blind. A lot happened in the last episode. Akechi revealed he knows exactly who the Phantom Thieves are, and he has photographic and video evidence to prove it. He did indeed end up in Okumura's palace the first time he entered it, as he was watching us from kind of close by when we entered. I was wondering what they were going to do with that. I was expecting him to show up in the palace after that, but nothing happened, so I actually forgot about that little detail until recently, and I was thinking about it. But yeah, he knows what's going on. Sojiro found out what's going on too, because Futaba here had her calling card that we gave her, and then she just blurted out, "He saved me! He stole my heart!" It's like, everybody knows at this point who the Phantom Thieves are. But yeah, we can confirm when Akechi initially found out about the metaverse, so he couldn't be the person who is actually there causing the mental shutdowns. But I never suspected him on that in the first place. The only thing I suspected Akechi of was potentially being the one who turns on us during the next palace. So if he ever joins the group, he's probably the one to do it, because I don't suspect anyone else, and Akechi's always been against the Phantom Thieves from the beginning. So he's the likely suspect there. But the person who is actually behind the mental shutdowns has got to be Joker himself, that way Batman can be the final boss. No, seriously though, it's probably that politician, the one who sued Joker before the game actually started and got him into this probation mess in the first place. That's who I guess is the real culprit behind everything. So, what if Futaba? What do you have to say for yourself? It's my fault. All this happened because I kept the calling card. It's so late already. So you're still awake? This is kind of awkward. Go home and he'll worry. I'm gonna go home. Yeah. Don't know if I really want to suggest her sleeping here.
Yep.
Futaba and the chief are going to be just fine. Don't worry about them. But you're not gonna let me do anything?
Yep.
You're not gonna let me do anything at all.
I can see it.
Wait, not that. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can look at.
Well then.
Sleep. And, percentage just keeps dropping.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party.
Shido, I think that's the guy. That's the guy who I suspect is the one actually behind everything. Because he was significant at the beginning, and they're suddenly bringing him back now. Why would they suddenly bring him back now if he wasn't something that was important to the story?
We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen.
Wow. It's a lot of yen.
And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become.
Well, if one of the government employees themselves, if one of the government representatives themselves is the real culprit, of course they want the Phantom Thieves stopped. They're done using them. They want to get rid of them at this point.
Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
Only if we get caught.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah.
And it'll happen every day, even at school.
Yeah, and you know who the Phantom Thieves are, Sojiro, so...
Why did this happen?
But you're on our side. I didn't know it would.
I see. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
All right. I understand your mixed feelings right now, Sojiro. I know.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Good to have you on my side.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
No doubt they're setting everything up. Can't believe how big the bounty is. We should look for the Phantom Thieves ourselves. Yeah, with that much money, people are gonna want to look for the Phantom Thieves. Akechi suggested to go to the school, right? Yeah, but let's not. There's been too many mental shutdowns as it is. It'll probably be the end of us if we start sniffing around now. Because, yeah, they think the Phantom Thieves might have done it, so, like, if we try to find the Phantom Thieves, they might cause a mental shutdown on us. But 30 million yen, man. Just let me dream a little. But how much 30 million yen is in US dollars? I know it was a big conversion rate, I believe. I can look it up, but I'm not gonna bother. Yo, you see the news? Oh yeah. I brace myself for this possibility. Actually having a wanted notice out for us feels kind of weird. I'm not sure we're gonna get away this time. Our backs are truly against the wall now. Yeah, when the government wants you and there's basically turn the whole country against you. Discussing in here won't do us any good though. Let's talk more in person. Yeah.
We're wanted now.
Yep.
And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up.
Yeah. It was. It most certainly was. And this isn't the last part of the setup. The next part is the next palace.
How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah. The enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Yep.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida, too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
The other stuff you were actually doing good. The setup only began with Medjed.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the Fat around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
Probably have the ones actually responsible for it blaming people who are trying to stop them. Sounds like a certain political party. that I will not name.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end.
Yeah.
And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal.
I mean, your father was a criminal.
All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly. Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Don't be screaming like that if there's customers downstairs, Ryuji.
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone.
No.
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
They baited us.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong, that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause.
Says you who just joined.
I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too! But still, it's so damn frustrating!
Yes. Yes, it is.
Of course I want to do something about this!
But what can we do?
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Well, it seems to be a kind of a mix of the two.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Yeah. It's that guy in government, my suspect.
Are we really a match for this?
Have to be.
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
We haven't lost yet. Let's turn the tables.
Yeah. Running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
Yeah, because you just disbanded the Phantom Thieves right here and now, no one would ever be able to do anything.
I see. I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this.
There's still at least 2 more palaces left.
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it. Yeah.
Hey, it's me.
Yep.
About me yelling earlier,
Yeah, you're really loud, Ryuji.
being framed and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit.
Oh.
I lost it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head.
Yeah, power can go straight to your head.
I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets.
Nah.
I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
Good to know when you've done something that you shouldn't have been doing like that. Self-reflection. It's good stuff. You can still change.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now.
Even if you thought you did and you haven't, you can still do it. You're still young. You got plenty of time.
Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now.
Are you thinking crooked or diagonally before or something?
Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
Lots of phone calls today. Got a message from Akechi-kun. Huh? What does he want? He wants us to gather at Laban tomorrow after school. Who does he think he is, trying to boss us around like that? Tomorrow? That's sudden. This is directly after the reward announcement. There must be a calculated reason for this, too. We'll be okay, right? We'll manage. Yeah, Akechi's not doing this for no reason. He has a plan. Don't know what it is. Don't know what his goal is. Yeah, we're going to overcome this together. Regardless, I don't want anyone disturbing our pace anymore. Let's go about this calmly. Well, see you all tomorrow.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow.
Since Akechi's been against us from the beginning, but now he's saying he does not believe that we're the ones responsible for the mental shutdowns. We can't let things end here. We need to figure out who's behind everything. Plus, he knows who we are, and at the top right it does say, decide on Akechi joining. So, he might very well join the Phantom Thieves. In which case, he's definitely more than likely the traitor.
Oh!
So I can do something today. Nice. Obviously can't leave, which is fine.
Oh!
I have a DVD to watch, right? Yeah, I need to raise my guts.
Well, where's the manuscript? You can't do this. Time for it. Just keep writing. The president can still grant you an amnesty.
The editor demanded a manuscript. The writer only hung his head in defeat.
For real?
This is no time for writer's block. How is he going to make the deadline?
Oh!
This kind of reminded me of Alan Wake in a way. Love that game. So we finished watching 31, huh? We were pressed for time ourselves, but we made it. Have you learned a thing or two about Guts from watching this drama? Yeah, it's going to be a while before Guts maxes out, though, unfortunately, because it said it was far away.
Okay. Well then.
Funny because knowledge is always the one that takes the most points to rank up, yet that was maxed out before Guts. You, Shido, you're the villain, I think.
They want under the name of justice cannot be left alone.
Could be wrong.
Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures, but their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete.
I mean, isn't that how the government typically is? The people in it are all old, and they don't understand what's going on in the present day. A lot of them don't even know how the internet works.
We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I wasn't interested in politics until a few years ago. Now I follow it all the time.
He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
Unless he's like a certain person that I can't mention, or Atlas might take down the
When you
video.
want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
Because I can't slander anyone. Not anyone who's real, anyway.
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
Yes. What do you want, Akechi?
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures.
Yeah, and you already know we're the Phantom Thieves. You're well aware of that.
I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wit's end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
Yeah, it works.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
Of course they are.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Here we go.
Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
Depending on the police, yeah.
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
Yeah, I've heard of plenty of cops doing that.
No.
They're completely rotten.
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you, too.
A completely rotten, yeah. Like the kind of thing I've heard. If you have 1,000 good cops and one bad cop, and the 1,000 good cops do not do anything about the one bad cop, you have 1,001 bad cops.
However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
Well, I suppose you're technically leaning against the counter, so...
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, but knowing what I know about them, obviously the SIU director was already talking about setting up Nijima. And now you're here, leading us directly to it. Now it's making me think that Akechi is in on the whole thing.
So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
So, were you lying about getting your persona and stumbling into the palace at that moment? I mean, everything seemed to check out, but they didn't specifically show it. So he could actually be lying about that. He might have known about metaverse and palaces and all that beforehand.
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart.
Hell, maybe you are the one that's in there causing problems, causing the mental shutdowns. Maybe it is you.
She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
Yeah, Akechi wants the real person behind it all taken down, and he doesn't want the Phantom Thieves around either, so if he can get both of them at once... Again, unless he's actually in on it, this is a setup, because we know what happens in Palace 6.
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice.
I know the feeling.
It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge and extremely personal.
I don't go that far, but...
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
I mean, that's literally how we got started in this whole thing in the first place.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
We don't have a choice.
Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart.
Oh, wow.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though.
Oh, you wanted to change your sister's heart anyway. You just... Well, you never have to.
I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah.
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
I get it.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
If it really is new to you, now I'm suspecting it's not.
I see. That's unfortunate.
You suddenly leading us to say and saying, oh yeah, she's got a palace, and the fact that the SIU director and his boss are leading us to say, and like, I guess you might be in on the whole thing.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone. Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
Yeah. This is about her sister.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Can only hope. You know how it ends up, though. Joker's in jail.
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke.
Yeah.
So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose.
Yes.
That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation?
Yeah.
That does make sense, more or less.
That's what we do.
If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next.
Yeah.
Did Makoto come up with that speculation?
What are you talking about?
Perhaps I'm overthinking things.
That's what Makoto was worried about right there.
Hey!
I remember being arrested.
You need to keep your focus. It seems you're completely worn out. But the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
I'm not alone.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct?
Yes.
Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor.
Yes.
However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
You're starting to understand. So you're slowly starting to accept the truth. Judgment rank 6.
All right.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you.
You want to confirm everything before you just believe things. That's good.
Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
That's what I want to know. What are the details? Because based on how it ended, it looked like she actually didn't have a change of heart. But I can't say for sure.
What's this favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
Yeah, that could happen.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
We don't need that. Come on, Futaba.
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
Don't do that.
I thought you'd like that. Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow! Same as always. Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
And that is? Yeah. What is this? This has been happening recently. What is going on? Now, for today's train news. First off, the investigation team has announced new progress in the search for the Phantom Thieves. Secondly, the opposition party has submitted a vote of no confidence regarding the current cabinet. That, along with legislator Shido's plan for a new party, has sparked fears of a governmental disbandment. Yeah, things are going crazy in the government right now. Where are we meeting today? Oh right, we were never told where to meet up. At the courthouse. Courthouse? Where's that? Hint, the government office district. Keski? I don't know how to pronounce that. Indeed. Oh, never heard of that place. Oh, I've heard of that place. Never been there, though. I haven't heard of that place. Me neither. It's not somewhere normal people usually go. Oh, just looking at the map is impressive. Police Department, Ministry of Justice, Public Prosecutor's Office, and Public Security. Yeah, well, it's a government area, so everything's there. The Diet Building is right near The Diet Building is right near there, too. For real? What kind of scary place are we going to? We won't get caught, right? According to Akechi-kun, our identities haven't been discovered yet. So, we are just going to plunge headfirst into enemy territory. Has anyone contacted Akechi? We're going to meet him there. And guard, everyone. We'll be heading into Alliance then. Yeah, the government's after us. Let's just walk straight to the government. Perfect plan.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
Uh-oh.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Indeed.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
Yes, what about it?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky!
I thought it'd be something like that.
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh! I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Futaba's busy playing with your phone.
Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Yeah, I'd say take that as a compliment.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto's sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
I have it on good authority that it's a casino. And the authority is literally the beginning of the game.
Conditions have not been met. Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena? Conditions have not been
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling then.
How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but does that count as gambling?
We played cards during the school trip.
Conditions have not been met. What else is there? It must be a casino. Candidate found.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Beginning navigation.
And Akechi is in the group, so he's probably the one responsible for outing us, selling us out. I can't say for certainty until it actually happens.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it, huh? What's going on here?
We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
Yep, there's a casino from the beginning of the game.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
Yeah, that's true.
The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Good point.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
Yeah, basically.
What is it, Haru? Oh, it's nothing.
Then perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Kara's...
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually.
They're white?
If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
I got a point.
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one.
That's true.
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse.
Even though we haven't actually seen his outfit yet.
Now then.
This is business as usual. First off, we'll need to find an infiltration route. Alright, so let's see what we got.
Wait!
You can't go that way! We're garner far too much attention. Let's find another route. Aw. There's the lyrics this time. So kind of, even though it's been done before, it feels weird running through a palace without being in their Phantom Thieves outfits.
Okay.
Looks like we'll be able to sneak in from here. Now we are.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Got a very pointy nose there.
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking.
Yeah.
That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
They do.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because of all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted.
Basically, yeah.
Considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Yeah.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality.
And we can't let that happen.
Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
He's excited to learn about this stuff.
My apologies.
I'm looking at his outfit and comparing it to the shadowy figure we saw kill Okumura's shadow. I think they look a bit similar. Might that have been you, Akechi? I'll find out.
Well then, let's go.
It was pretty hard to tell exactly what they look like, if that was the intention too.
I feel somewhat nervous.
Well then, let us begin by securing our route. So, what do we got here? Gold earrings!
I can feel it.
It is over here. Nothing. Like how this feels like cards everywhere though. Go over there, nope.
See it.
See it's blocked off and all that. I could definitely use more stuff to sell. That's all that was here. Yeah, it looks like it.
It's somewhere.
Yes, it's somewhere. The question is where. Go find the 2 maps and do the usual. So we're doing here all the usual stuff. Not going that way, obviously.
I can feel it.
Well, there's nowhere else to go. Except for this vent, perhaps.
Indeed.
Won't open. Perhaps it's blocked from the other side. We should probably try to look for another way through. Yeah, there's that.
It's somewhere.
Oh, it's over there. Okay. Other times when I'm supposed to go through the vents, I always miss the vents. This case, I recognized the vent, I just looked at the wrong one. The figures, when I notice the vent, it's wrong.
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
She can see us?
Yep.
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
You guys have been countering them early on.
Somewhere.
Jump down. Well, nowhere else to go. Down we go.
So you've come.
Wow, she's rather goth.
The treasure is located on the manager's floor at the highest point of this building.
Of course it is.
Why are you telling us this?
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
Damn it! Over there!
Like, I know why you're here. I know what you want.
Seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her. Let us get after her, Joker.
Yes. One thing I want to look at, though. Not that. What do you have, Akechi? No usable skills. You're level 45. A saber. What's your persona? Oh, of course your persona looks like that. Robin Hood? It's even got a signature on its bow. Of course, it would be a holy stuff. Bless, as they call it in this game. But you've also got that. Severe physical damage to one foe. You've got Curse. And holy stuff. And Almighty. Oh, wow, Almighty as well. Huh. You look like you might be useful to have at my party. Too bad you're not going to be. Haha. Anything over here? No. There's gonna be something because
Treasure chest spotted.
you never start a proper infiltration until after the initial time you visit the place.
Joker.
Oh, hiding spots, right?
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of sorts.
Yeah.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player.
Yeah, like at your high roller tables and such. You can only go there if you spend lots and lots of money regularly.
Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
A shadow!
You gonna smash us over the head with that wine bottle?
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
Oh, hey, it's one of you.
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after all.
Okay, you got a point. I have high expectations.
I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those. Well then, let us begin. Don't worry, you can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood! Persona!
Alright, so... What for this almighty you? I'll make it on raid. Resist!
Persona! Ravage them!
Still got knocked down. We need cover.
I don't even strong to that, but we're using it anyway.
My skills exceed yours.
Have some curse.
I'll find it.
What? Didn't do anything, Goro. Sorry, shouldn't you have be a big, bulky, four-armed dude? You can just beat him up in seconds. There's a fatality on the shadow or something. You're not so bad. And I am capable of much more. I didn't even use your gun or anything. Now then, let us deal with the shadows quickly. Wait. Doesn't it sound like we're gonna get ambushed based on what we heard earlier?
You're right.
I agree. I'd like to deal with them as quickly as we can. But now that we have an infiltration route, I suggest we return for now and prepare. Very well. Trust your experience and judgment. Let us do just that. There it is, you're backing out. Always back out after the first one. Today was truly one surprise after another. I hope we continue to thrive in our work together. Agreed. We'll need to explain the steps we take, though. That is unnecessary. First, we secure an infiltration route, then we send the calling card, correct? In doing so, the core of the ruler's distorted desires will manifest into a physical form. Taking the core, the change of heart will be triggered. I deduce the steps would be something along those lines. Yeah, you figured that out pretty quickly. Well, you were watching us when we were in Akumura's palace. So you just put it all together. It ain't as easy as it sounds. Don't underestimate this stuff. I'm not underestimating anything, I assure you. By the way, Nijiba-san's shadow seemed really confident. Yes, there's no knowing what may await. Let's continue cautiously. Very well. You will let me know when you enter the palace, yes? Of course. I mean, I've got to. Perfect. I'll be available anytime you need me. That's enough for now. Let's prepare well for the coming task. Ah yes, my apologies for somewhat derailing this conversation. We will be counting on you, Akechi. Failure is not an option here. Yes, I'll do my best to live up to all of your expectations.
The crucial moment's finally here. Give it all you've got.
Yeah, casino is now open.
Okay.
This is a rare opportunity. Let's steal Nijima's heart. Things have really soured. There's even a bounty on you guys. Yeah. But I seriously believe the Phantom Thieves are innocent. By the way, I changed up the survey question, oh? It's already up in flames, though. Yeah. Anything about the Phantom Thieves is not so great at this point. It's a problem for me. It's a problem for me, too, if people don't think the Phantom Thieves are heroes. Try and clear the stigma on your name as soon as you can, okay? I'm counting on you.
So people are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
Yeah. Things are not going so well, but we have a new objective. Steal Nijima's heart. And it's not going to end well. Gonna have to do that next time, though. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
It's not a game. I'm not a robot.